Moi drodzy, jeden z najlepszych analizatorów wypowiedział się na temat nowego odcinka. Obejrzyjmy go sobie, zostawcie lajka. Zapraszam serdecznie.
Elite cameraman here.
Lecimy.
After waiting for 3 whole weeks, we finally received the infamous full version of
Słuchajcie,
episodes.
3 tygodnie za 9 minut z takich wypasionych scen. Ja to biorę. Wydaje się, że tak jak już mówiłem wcześniej, no tutaj chyba wleciały jakieś inne osoby, które tworzą to.
77, and it did not disappoint. This episode legit had 8 minutes of extra runtime, which was not in the original parts.
No.
And it added a lot of context to the events that's been happening while showing us some of the coolest scenes ever. But with all this aside, we also got the worst ending possible. Karma really got the TV race, and this might be the start of their downfall. We are, of course, going to go into a lot more detail later in the episode.
A wiecie, co jest najgorsze? Że tam nie widzimy w ogóle innych TV-menów. Więc ciekawe.
But before we do all that, make sure to like this video and subscribe, because this time I got some secret stuff most of you probably didn't notice, and that's not all. Alongside this, the secret agent may have shown me some additional info on one of the secret scenes since the quality degraded a little thanks to YouTube compressing the footage. Anyways, here we go. The full episode instantly starts with some additional footage, and if you've been watching my videos, you'd know that these were leaked last week. We start the episode in the camera base, and if you look on the bottom left, you'll see that now we know the exact location of the base.
No teraz już wie, to jest fajne, że Boom dodał coś takiego.
This honestly was a nice addition from Boom this episode. It truly shows the global effects of the Skibidi invasion. The beginning of the clip is pretty normal until the POV cameraman turns to his right, and we see a bunch of toilets coming in. If you watch carefully, you can see some Strider scientist toilets talking to 2 cameramen with different suit colors on the left, who might be other scientist cameramen.
No ciekawe, jak tyle naukowców tam będzie, będą pracować nad tym nowymi ulepszeniami, może do kamer. Ciekawe, czy będzie jakaś hybryda kamery z Skibidi.
Flaming wheelchair cameraman is driving inside. But he is not the only flaming character in this part, because right behind him, the Ghost Rider toilet shows up with his motorcycle. Bro is wild for that.
No to jest fajne, ten na motocyklu.
We can also see the commander cameraman smoking a pack once again, and he seems very chill. But this is where things kind of get annoying for the cameraman. The POV suddenly gets interrupted by an arm and a female voice. And once he turns to his right, he sees a female mutant toilet saying, "Hey, your comrades, you did not bother saving them. Without our help, they would die now, lil bro. Your base is our base." But before I get into what she said, why she kinda majestic. If you look carefully, both her eyes are different colors. Anyways, it seems like the toilets are basically forcing a team up and taking over everything. This might actually result in a very bad situation at some point, but it's not like they're...
No też moim zdaniem to nie będzie nic dobrego potem. No zobaczymy, co się wydarzy, jak Skibidi Toilet Astro, te Astro zostaną zniszczone, nie?
There's anything the cameramen can do. Their Titan is missing and they don't really have a leader. We really don't know what type of environment the toilets will bring, but hopefully it's a good one where they actually have good chemistry. Right as this scene happens, we hear a reversed voice say, "Dumb bitch," and the POV suddenly starts changing, basically showing that we are actually watching these events from the POV of a TV man who is watching the POVs of cameraman. Later in the episode, it's revealed that this POV is TV daddy, but we'll get to that. After this, we hear Titan TV man say, "Why are we allying with the shitheads? Are we this desperate?" While the POV changes to somewhere in Russia getting destroyed by the Astros, we hear scientist TV man say, "This is necessary. If we want to survive, we must organize a meeting with their hiding leader. He knows something that can help us." And Titan TV man replies with, "The only thing I'm organizing is his funeral. How can you trust him after all the genocide?" While the POV keeps on changing between different countries, showing the alliance getting cooked into ashes. Right as scientist TV man replies with, "You've seen what Invader can do. Weakest units wipe out entire legions. They kill everything on their way. Do you think we have a choice?" Something weird happens. If you watch this part very carefully and look at the window on the right, you can see a human figure standing and watching whom literally disappears as the lightning strikes. Which most likely...
Ty, czy to był sekretny agent? Być może, nie? Ciekawe.
Disappears as the lightning strikes, which most likely means it was the secret agent watching. We already knew that the chair shows up in 77 because of the early parts, but it looks like the secret agent was watching the POV in England right before the events of episode 77 part 1. While we are watching the England POV, we witness
No w Wielkiej Brytanii jest baza tych głośników, nie?
the last member of the squad gets slaughtered by an Astro that goes invisible. These scenes show how powerless the Alliance is against the Astros, and this is just the start. The events that happened in today's episode will forever go down as one of the worst days in Skibidi history. After this POV dies, we actually are met with one of the coolest cameraman ever, and it's the samurai cameraman from Japan.
No to jest fajne,
I
nie?
wish I was like
Samuraj.
him. Look at his glowing katana brew. I need one as well. The
Fajnie
scientist
to
TV
zrobili.
man's talk doesn't stop Titan TV man's yapathon, and bro continues to say, we acquire bigger samples, develop stronger upgrades just like before. And this quote itself will be their downfall. Titan TV man's arrogance and not wanting to team up with the Skibidi toilets needs to be studied. Bro might have fumbled the whole war just to get some samples. After this, we hear scientist TV man say, this is not just like before. Our advantage is being underground and in secrecy, but we have to be cautious and slow if they find us. Access our technology, this will be the end of our world. Which Titan TV man responds with, our world has already ended, it's theirs now. Watching this scene was
Fajna
actually
ta
chilling.
scena, fajna, nie? To co powiedział i ten cytat, mega
Here
fajny.
you go,
Tytana
listen to the
TV Mana.
dialogue reversed. And I gotta agree with both sides here, but at the end of the day, we saw how bad Titan TV man's decision was, which we'll get to soon. After this, one of the extra short videos Boom made between parts start, but there are actually some slight differences.
No tu jest parę
Immediately, if you
różnic,
check
no.
the place
A
next to
coś
Titan
idzie tu.
TV Man and compare, you won't be able to see the large TV man standing in the platform in the shorts version.
No, nie było
But that's
go.
not all, because Boom actually changed the dialogue to make it make more sense with the new beginning of the episode. Instead of hearing scientist TV man say, before fighting, we need better samples to develop upgrades, and be cocky, this time we hear him say, better safe than sorry, I learned it the hard way. I really wonder the story of scientist TV man after this episode, because later on in the episode we get some more info on him. Boom also changed Titan TV man's voice line from, by staying here we are not getting anything worthy, to soon no place will be safe, showcasing his urgency to progress. With this scene, we lead into the original parts we've seen before the full episode came out.
Ty, czy to nie jest kibel? To wygląda jak kibel, ty.
And from what I can understand, not much is different in these scenes, but what we witnessed in the new scenes left me speechless. As you guys already know, we left with Titan TV Man almost dying and G-Daddy luring Astro Juggernaut away to fight with him. The new scene starts with a camera scanner coming right before the Astros teleport in, and if you slow down the video and watch the camera scanner carefully, it actually takes some damage because of the shockwave. That's just wild. If the scanner didn't teleport, rest in peace to the little camera scanner, I guess. This leads into injured Titan TV Man teleporting back to the TV
Ty, no ale co się stało ze Skibidi Toilet, które tam walczyły? Ty, ich w ogóle tam jakby nie było.
Man base, and we see him coming in pretty much destroyed, and Scientist TV Man instantly starts scolding him, saying, look at yourself, why did you stay? And Titan TV Man says, you needed samples, I brought you samples. This blood legit said he wanted samples and he got them, but at what cost? If you pay attention, you can actually see the gate slowly turning red behind Titan TV Man, and Scientist TV Man instantly recognizes
Robiły
this
się
saying,
czerwone.
why gate, it's not closing, with a sad face. And to TV Man's surprise, we see the Astro assailant controlling the gate with some sort of new power. Earlier in the episode, we heard scientist TV Man mention that if the Astros steal their gate technology, everyone is cooked, and I guess everyone is cooked. Scientist TV Man better put that Astro blaster...
No wiecie, jeżeli oni, Astro, mają już możliwość teleportacji jak TV-meni, to masakra. Natomiast wydaje mi się, że oni chyba jeszcze nie posiedli całkowitej wiedzy na ten temat, nie?
...use to up their technology as soon as possible. Because things will get a lot worse from here. Right after we see the Astro assailant controlling the gate, the upgraded Duchess arrives with her new body saying, "Where do you think you're going, silly?" I don't know how she got a whole body that fast, but I guess Astro scientists are on a different level. This also showed us that the ring leak we saw was from her hand, and we've yet to see who the Duke is.
Aha, czyli tak, czyli wszystkie przecieki się pojawiły w tym filmie, nie? Które mieliśmy, to były tutaj w tym. I to ona była tą ręką, co trzymała te rzeczy. Ten rdzeń do niej należał. No ale czemu ona miała... Aha, Duchess. Ona miała pierścień i Duchess tam chyba było. Czy Duke? Duchess, no.
After her voice line, she uses her tentacles to get inside the gate and somehow manages to claw Titan TV Man and paralyze him to pull him through the gate. But their attack don't even end there. Thanks to the gate being open, they instantly send Astro troops inside to demolish the base. Thankfully, the TV Man...
No nie tylko, żeby zniszczyć bazę, ale on tam mieli nadajnik, żeby zlokalizować tę bazę. To był główny cel.
Don't act like cowards, and they instantly start attacking the Astros as well, which reveals that this whole time we've been watching from TV, Daddy's POV. TV Daddy jumps on the Astro to stab him in the face, and he kicks the Astro to jump down, which allows the large TV man to jump on the Astro. While this is going on, we can see the TV monitor on the wall using the flame beam that TV woman used when she was introduced, and this dumbass Astro dodges the attack by going in front of a huge TV core which blasts him. This leads to the end of the attack since the gate is now closed, but something really bad happened. Large TV man picks up a device on the Astro which he instantly breaks and says tracking device in reverse. They instantly know the meaning of this, and they gather up in the middle of the base. As you might remember, earlier in the episode, Scientist TV Man talked about secrecy and all that, which was literally taken away just now.
Wiecie, widzowie mówicie, że cała baza się teleportuje, tylko że kurde, mi się wydaje, że taka baza to powinna być o wiele większa niż jeden pokój, nie? To jest raczej miejsce, gdzie przebywa Tytan TV-Man. A chyba na innych odcinkach, na przykład jak się teleportowali z tą skrzynią, kamera Woman i tak dalej, i reszta tych specjalnych agentów do bazy TV-Manów, to tam był też inny pokój. Nie wiem, czy kojarzycie.
Why is that TV man on the right smiling?
No ten to się ciągle uśmiechał.
Because bro just keeps on smiling to the camera without any interruptions. Something weird is happening with him. I don't know what it is, and I'm not going to go into traitor theories instantly, but bro is weird. Instantly after gathering, alarms start to go off in the TV man base, and we see the outside, and it's one of the leaked images we saw. The Astro mothership instantly arrived at the TV man base when their location got leaked, and Astros probably know that out of all the races, TV man are the most organized and dangerous ones, so they are taking initiative to kill them all. This was a wild scene because we can see Mothership's eyes looking down on us while using his laser beam to destroy the whole environment. While this explosion is causing earthquakes in the base, Scientist TV Man instantly goes to the control panel and does some shenanigans to power up the core to teleport the base. But why is that TV Man still smiling, bruh? Bro's base is destroyed. Titan TV Man is abducted.
Czemu on w ogóle, nie wiem, on jest ranny, czy co? Płomień taki ma fioletowy, chyba ranny, nie?
And he is still smiling. What is wrong with him? We can see him smile in the black smoke, which makes me think that Boom intentionally put it there. His head is burning, so maybe something is malfunctioning. I don't know, but it's creepy. This next scene seems like one of the most important scenes in the episode. It was out of nowhere, and it is very hard to understand what's going on. The footage is very compressed, so it's very hard to see the objects clearly, and the audio is both muffled plus reversed, so I legit spent 2 hours trying to
Tutaj jest ktoś z tym sekretnym agentem. Znaczy z tym naukowcem tu po prawej stronie na tym zdjęciu.
Understand what's being said, and I think I have a pretty good guess. I'm still not sure about some of it, so keep that in mind. I'll first let you listen to the clip without any subtitles and with the background noises on, but reversed, so try to understand what's being said and let's compare our guesses. Here you go.
Okej. Znaczy
Now
nic
that
nie
you've listened to
słychać.
it once, I'll get on with my theory. I think the clip starts with scientist TV man saying, "I'm sorry, I can't," which follows with the female voice saying, "Stop, please, Dad." After this, the radio says, "What the heck is going on?" or something similar to that. I'm not really sure about this one. After this, I hear someone say, "Move steady," and at the end, I hear, "It's going to be okay, don't worry." Now listen without the background noises and with subtitles. Here you go.
Co? How do you know what was the gate? How do you know we are still in it? How did you know what we are stealing? So strange interference in our system. It's an old strange interference. Kurde, ty, to wygląda na to, jakby oni tę energię od kogoś ukradli, nie? I to rzeczywiście są jakieś ciekawe i każdy kraj miał jakieś swoje doświadczenia nad
I don't
tym.
know what you guys think, but I think that fits overall. It still might be wrong since it's not been confirmed by Boom, but the first parts align with the environment. Because right when the clip starts, if you look closely to the right side, you can see an image of the scientist TV man holding something black, while another smaller person is next to him. I think because of the voice lines of the female character, we can assume that that's his daughter. But who is she? There seems to be only two options.
Co to, TV Woman to jest jego córka?
She is either TV woman and he is my father-in-law, or his daughter
Teściu.
died in some tragic accident. Alongside this, we can also see a TV head on the left, but the real question is, what was happening here? The whole lab window is destroyed, and we can see the teleport gate effects in the background. Did some experiment go wrong? Why did they turn into hardware heads? These are all unanswered questions, and Boom
No czyli
is...
teraz to już chyba będzie potwierdzone, że w wyniku jakichś złych wyniku eksperymentów i pewnie nie zdziwię się, jak sekretny agent w tym mieszał palce. Te wszystkie eksperymenty się nie udały i ludzie się zamienili właśnie w te
slowly introducing more mysteries like
postacie.
this into the series. And it doesn't end there because later in the clip, when the scientist turns to the camera, we can see that he has the same badge as the scientist TV man, but it's a little different. Instead of a TV head on it, there are some words which are literally unreadable thanks to YouTube. Thankfully, the secret agent came in clutch and he sent me a secret image of this scene, which includes the name tag.
O kurde.
It's still a little hard to read, but it either says Ayakuma or Ayakuna as his name, and if you Google it, Akuma means demon and Ayakuna means a diplomat to the core, ensuring peace and creating balance for all involved parties. I don't know which one it is, but once you hear the meaning of the surname, you might think that the first one fits a lot better because his surname is Hakashita, which is Japanese for underneath the grave,
Pod grobem?
according to Google, which makes him the demon underneath the grave. I don't know
Demon
if I'm
pod grobem, Jezu.
totally right with this, so correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a badass name if it's true. I also saw a lot of people saying he looks like Markiplier, but his face model is actually from a Yakuza game with some modifications from
No to do tego jest
what
podobne,
it
no.
seems. There might be something more
Ciekawe.
to
Okej.
this scene, but if so, I haven't seen it. Now let's talk about the aftermath. We see that the TV base is completely teleported into an abandoned prison in the North Sea, and it says base location #2, which
No, czyli będą 4 bazy.
might be referring to the dial earlier in the episode when Scientist was teleporting
No,
the base.
teraz to już nie
It's
ma
possible that they have 4 base
wątpliwości.
locations, and they can switch between them with the base's core.
A! Okej. Czyli to może być miejsce, które widzieliśmy z wnętrze w tym. Okej, czyli większość TV-menów się uratowała, dobra. Rozumiecie, bo tamta miejsce, gdzie było, wiecie, tyle tych telewizorów i tak dalej, no to może być w tym innym miejscu, okej.
After this, we see Scientist TV Man and TV Woman standing sad next to each other right before the POV moves on to Titan TV Man getting whipped by Astro Duchess. That's just wild, bro. She just like me when I'm talking to ChatGPT and demanding it to regenerate answers over and over again. Duchess looks at Titan TV Man and says, "How do you like the pain?" But Titan TV Man still hasn't given up and he says, "It takes more than that to hurt me. Don't worry, Titan TV Man, we'll never forget your prime." This results in Astro Assailant coming in and saying, "This is just the beginning," and they suddenly get out of the way before a new device we've never seen comes next to Titan TV Man. It stares at him for a second and suddenly starts screaming before attaching into Titan TV Man's core to stroke it as hard as it can. This was a wild scene. Hearing Stake Stroke Titan TV Man was an experience I thought I'd never watch. But I guess Alliance's fun ends here because this device actually infects Titan TV Man, and Astro Assailant says, "Serve your new master, Watchman of Doom," which results in the infected Titan TV Man to charge up his core and shoot the POV. We are going to be cooked into our atoms, bruh. It's over.
Nieźle.
I don't even know what to say. I saw some people on Reddit theorizing that G-Man might have been infected by the Astros as well.
No właśnie, tu też mogło tak być, nie?
Because of the familiar design of the new
Że
infected
G-Man był
core, but time will
zainfekowany.
tell. There also was 2 very slight details at the end. First one was that Astro Duchess used the G-Daddy eyebrow emote to the POV cameraman, and when the
No.
camera went offline, you could see it glitching green twice for a split second, which might mean the secret agent will start acting finally. One more thing I'll mention is the Watchman of Doom part. People been asking me what it's referring to, and I legit have no idea. If any of you know, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like the video.
Strażnik zagłady. Tak brzmi, jakby oni gdzieś. On by miał się zająć dalej rozwalaniem ziemi, a oni by sobie wrócili, nie? Ale kurde, masakra.